So first we have to sing this, we have to recite this poem. When the sun shines, I can see my shadow right in front of me. When the sun shines, I can see my shadow right in front of me. When I walk, my shadow walks. When I hop, my shadow hops. When I jump, my shadow jumps. And when I stop, my shadow stops. When the sun shines, I can see my shadow right in front of me. When I walk, my shadow walks. When I hop, my shadow hops. When I jump, my shadow jumps. When I stop, my shadow stops. This beautiful poem has been written, composed by Louis Binder Scott. So, my shadow walks, plays, sits, stands, and dances with me. So let's start to read this poem, My Shadow. Do you know, whenever there is a light, someone follows you? Have you wondered who it is? Yes, it is our shadow. You can see shadow in the morning, at noon, in the evening, but your shadow is longest in the morning and in the evening, and it is shortest at noon. Light plays very important role in the formation of shadow. When any object comes in the path of light, shadow is formed. So let's start reciting this poem. Let's read and enjoy. I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me, and what can be the use of him is more than I can see. He is very, very like me. From my shadow is just me. My shadow is just like My shadow is just like me. From the heels means from this portion of body to the head. My shadow is just like me. From heel to the head. I can see him jump before me. When I go to bed, my shadow jumps before me. And when I jump into my bed, means when I go to bed, my shadow jumps before I. The funniest thing about him is the way he likes to grow, not at all like proper children. You must have seen children grows very slowly, but my shadow is a very different. It grows very differently. For the sometimes shoots up taller like an Indian rubber. My shadow grows just my shadow becomes big just like Indian rubber ball, and sometimes gets so little that there is none of him at all. Sometimes it is not. Sometimes we cannot see our shadow. One morning, very early before the sun, I was up. I rose and found the shining div on every butter of cup. You can see this. These are the div, shining div. You must have seen whenever you wake up in the morning, you can see these dew drops on the flowers, on the leaves. But my lazy little shadow, like an errant sleepy head, my shadow is very lazy. When I woke up early in the morning one day, had stayed at home, but my shadow did not woke up, and I had stayed at home behind me and I was fast asleep in bed. Means when I woke one day when I woke up early in the morning, I could not see my shadow. It was sleeping as it was fast asleep in bed. Now let's learn new words.
On some new words: Indian rubber ball, a ball that can bounce very high. Aren't bad. Dew, the water drops found in leaves or grass in the morning or in the evening. Buttercup, a yellow flower. Heels, the back part of the foot. Now, some question and answers. Who do you think your shadow looks like? My shadow looks just like me. Why do you think your shadow jumps into bed before you can? My shadow jumps before me because the source of light is from behind. As the source of light is from behind, my shadow would be formed in front of me. And so, when I jump into the bed, naturally, my shadow jumps into the bed before me. What time of the day do you think it is when your shadow is the tallest? Why? Morning, afternoon, or night? In the morning, my shadow is the tallest because the source of the light falls slantingly on me. Read the lines from the poem and answer the following. He is very, very like me, from the heels up to the head. Who does he refer to? Here, he refers to the shadow. Who does me refer to? Me refers to the poet here. Why are he and me alike? He is the shadow of me, and so they are alike. The next exercise from your textbook is to work in pairs and discuss the following. What would you do if? I have given you some sample answers here. What would you do if a dog chases you? I will not run. Instead, face the dog and stare at his eyes fixedly. You have forgotten your homework copy at home. I will not tell a lie and would apologize to my teacher and promise to submit it the next day. You are alone in a room and the lights go out. I will stay calm, light a candle, and call my parents or my neighbors. Again, these are only sample answers. You can always write your own answers. Work in groups of 5. Make a large hand on a plain sheet. Mark the names of fingers, thumb, and palm. Here we have got the palm, the thumb, the index finger, middle finger, ring, and the little finger. Index finger is also called as the forefinger. Now your work. The activity is do the actions as given below and observe which parts or fingers of your hand is being used. Point at the door, bounce a ball, scratch your chin, twist your ear, comb your head, draw with a pencil, touch a flower. I have tried out with the answers here. The actions and the part used. Point at the door, fore or index finger, bounce a ball, palm, scratch your chin, nails or finger, twist your ear, forefinger or the thumb, comb your hair, fingers and thumb, draw with a pencil, thumb, index finger and middle finger, touch a flower, index finger. Now here, fill in the blanks using one of the words given in the brackets. Where is the child whose parents have come to school? There are 3 words given in the bracket. Who, whose, which. You have to choose one. Whose is the answer for the first one. I saw many houses dash were quite spacious. Which, whose, who, which is the answer. Mathematics dash is my favorite subject is so interesting. Which is the answer. The poem dash you read out is so lovely that you read out. I know the street that he lives on. I like reading books which have pictures in it. The old lady dash I met in your house is my neighbor. The words are whom, that, which. The answer is whom. Let's go to the next one. Complete the description by answering the questions below. Now, you have got to write. Please do it on your own. After that, you've got an exercise where you've got to write few lines on Me Too and his little dog named Shadow. So, I have given a short paragraph here. The name of the dog is Shadow because it follows Me Too wherever she goes. She's white and looks very friendly. She likes to eat bones. My answer is on the picture which is given on top. Now, here I have given you some opposites. The words are shadow, little, slow, lazy. Let us see. I've given you a grid here. The answer of shadow is light, little, more, slow, fast, lazy, active, and covered is bravery. So let us end it again with the poem. When the sun shines, I can see my shadow right in front of me. When I walk, my shadow walks. When I hop, my shadow hops. When I jump, my shadow jumps. And when I stop, And when I stop, my shadow stops. Hope you have liked it.